Good afternoon, it's Agent 1611. I thought I'd just do a quick video of something that I wanted to catch before the season ran out, and that is this, what's behind me. It's called Jewelweed, and you can see I got a pretty good patch of it here. And Jewelweed's a pretty useful plant. It's edible, and it's also good as a medicinal. So I'd like to talk about a few of the aspects of how you can use it and just identify it really quickly. Nothing in depth, but just to kind of show you what it's all about. Okay, so one of the ways to identify Jewelweed is by this flower that it has. You can see it's got that kind of a cornucopia horn-shaped flower, and it's orange. The other way is to identify it by the stalk, and the stalk is kind of knobbed. You can see this one's got a good example right here. It's got this knobbed stalk going up. If I kind of pull back, you can kind of see it. It's kind of a translucent knobbed stalk. And then, last of all, is the leaves. And the leaves, put underwater, they have water droplets on them. It looks like little jewels on them because of the way the leaf sheds the water and keeps the water from it keeps the water beaded up. I'll get an example of that right here. You can see it sitting on the leaf right there. Looks like a little jewel sitting there. Also right here. See what's going on there. Kind of neat. And if you put it underwater, you see the same kind of thing. The other thing is, you can see in this picture as well, is they have these little seed pods. And these are called, these plants are also called touch-me-nots, because when you touch the pod, when they're ripe, they kind of pop open. Now this one's not ripe, so it's not popping, but I'll show you another one that looks like that. You can see how it pops open here. Now these plants are frequented by bumblebees, honeybees, and hummingbirds, which I just happened to catch as I was starting to take this video. You can see a clip of that. So cool. It's pretty cool. But let me show you what this is useful for. These plants often grow very near poison ivy frequently, and it's interesting how God set that up, because these plants, the juices in them, are very useful for reducing and easing the irritation and itching that comes from poison ivy reactions, and also bug bites like mosquito bites and other bug bites. It keeps that itching down. The way you use it is this. Take one of these stalks, which by the way uproots very easily. We're going to take one of these stalks and we'll break the stalk, and the juice, a lot of juice is found right there on the knob too, but throughout the stalk you find the juice here. So I'll show you how this works. What I often do is just break some of that stalk. The juice starts running out immediately. If I had a bug bite or something, just rub that right on there. This stalk's a little thin, so it doesn't give me as much juice. There we go. So you can kind of see, when I break apart that knot, you get that nice juicy center. You just kind of squeeze it, rub it on anything that's itching, and it does kind of relieve the irritation and itching of mosquito bites and whatnot. So take a bunch and just use the juice there. Now Now I came over to the sun to see some more of these seed pods, which seem to be growing better in the sun. I'm just going to grab them and hold them in my hand and let them pop inside my hand. And just get a few of them here. Oh, that one popped right away. Got away from me. Now, if you look carefully, you'll see some of the seeds in there along with the pods. There's one, the black seed right there. That's a ripe seed right there. So here's a small collection of seeds I gathered in just about a minute, going around to this very large grove of jewelweed. And the great thing about these seeds is they're actually edible. And they taste a little bit like walnuts. Now the flowers, I'm told, are edible too, and I actually just tried one, quite honestly. I'm not sure why, but why I'd want to eat them. They're kind of a little bit bitter, not much flavor to them, so I guess you could use them as a garnish, what I've read, but don't see any huge purpose why. But I know that seeds are generally good for you. So here's one of the seeds, and they are edible, and they taste a bit like walnuts. So if you like walnuts, oops, lost that one. The black ones taste more like walnuts than the others, but they're edible. It's a source of nutrition along the trail if it's something that you find. I have read that too much of this, I would imagine it would have to be fairly large amounts, but I don't know for sure because I've never tried it. Too much jewelweed can cause a laxative effect. I'm assuming because also the shoots and leaves are also edible, but they, according to someone else who has already done this, they require a lot of boiling for about 10 to 20 minutes with a couple changes of water in between, and then you don't want to eat too much. To me, it's more trouble than it's worth. But the seeds are right there, available. They taste pretty good if you like walnuts, and I don't think you're going to overdo it with the seeds. You have to collect a lot of them. So that's jewelweed. They're good for anti-sting itch ointment right from the stalk of the plant. Pretty easily identified, and got a little edible treat in there too as well. So if you're ever out in the woods and you see this plant, it is jewelweed, and it's God's little remedy for poison ivy with a treat on the side.